can tell this is your first fight, eh? Hey, there's no need to be so tense. Just watch your opponent, and you'll see the next move will naturally come to you. You do that, it'll almost be like your body's on cruise control. If you aren't able to make this work, I never thought about that. We'll get to it when we get to it. Hey partner, I'm looking forward to fighting with you. Finish one clone and another one pops up. There doesn't seem to be any end in sight. I do always enjoy a good fight. But don't you think these numbers are a little bit overkill? Man, am I glad you're here. Now I'll never get tired. There's no doubt, without you, there'd be no one to clear out these baddies. Keep up the good work. Now that I think about it, I left without a word to Chi-Chi. Well, we could save everyone time and fill her in anyway? Hold on! Come to think of it, she'd probably end up keeling over. Wait, let this thing blow over, then tell her. Chi-Chi will understand. I'm sure it'll be fine. Well, if you ask me, I'd say we've almost got this link business. We're pretty darn strong now. Wow, at this rate, we'll be stronger as a team than if I was trying to go at it alone. No good. We need to kick up the pace. Once the bad guys and all the waves are gone, I need to get back to my training. Say, have you been getting along with the others? Piccolo and Vegeta? They might look scary, but they're good guys. At least now, anyway. Back in the day, every third sentence was DIE! Or I'm gonna kill you. But they're well behaved now. Vegeta's my trusty training buddy, and Piccolo even helps me out in the field. Don't let him spook you. All you really have to do is try reaching out. After all, we can't fight the enemy when we're fighting amongst ourselves. Whew! I could use a bite to eat right now. If you want a quick fix, asking Bulma is always the easy choice. But I really could go for one of Chi-Chi's unbeatable home-cooked meals. Her food is the absolute best! Best in the universe, even! All this talk about food! It's got me even more famished! Once we've saved the world, let's hit up my place. I'll just ask Chi-Chi. She can easily make extra for you. It'll be so good! There is absolutely no question. Training at Lord Beerus' place has been helpful for sure. But there are strong guys everywhere. They are out in space! And they're even here. I want to start by getting stronger. Then I'm going to fight them all. Of course! That includes you. Once you're back in your own body, how about a friendly round? I mean, you're able to use my body this well. At this point, you're a seasoned vet. Woohoo! I'm getting pumped just thinking about it. You're pumped too? I knew it!
Well, it seems quite obvious you have little or no fighting experience. Kakarot or Piccolo would probably teach you from scratch those guilty softies. I'm not going to go easy on you. If it's strength you want, you damn better well earn it. Being linked to me is an advantage in itself, but it's also a privilege. If you're going to use my body, don't bumble around the battlefield like some buffoon! Not being able to fight or control my own body? It's torture! You need to stop dragging these fights out! Victory should be quick and decisive! Listen, it's my body, it's my rules! Hanging back is Kakarot's game, do you understand? Because every punch pulled means you appear weaker and I will not accept weakness! Be sure to keep that in mind! Got it? You're mildly better than before by a small amount, but you're no warrior. I'll have you know, this isn't even a fraction of my true power. If I'm going to trust you with my body, I might as well teach you the proper way to use it. If I fall behind Kakarot because of your mistakes, I will end you! I noticed you haven't called home once since this infernal link business started, Mama's boy. No, I'm not going to give you permission to run off. I just figured your family might be worried about you. Don't get me wrong, I couldn't care less about your personal affairs. A phone call might save you an earful later. The complaining, the crying, the whining. I'm just saying that Earth-woman tirades are the one attack I have no defense for. Anyway, if you need to get in touch with someone, try asking Bulma later. Trunks and Goten often spar. They call it training, but it's not. Sometimes it's nice to see the children goofing off. The truth is, training is about confronting your body's limits and surpassing them. There's no meaning otherwise. Apart from the strange fact that you're using my body, you'll be happy to know that we're training right now. So pay attention. After all, the enemy is trying to kill us. If you don't want to die, then I suggest you keep fighting. Fight to the end! Good. It's gradual, but you're beginning to find your footing. At first you were more vulnerable than an infant child. Now I see you've at least got some potential. Were you a Saiyan child like myself, then perhaps, possibly, you could become one of the elite. But now, there are hardly any Saiyans left in the universe, unfortunately. With just so few of us, our class and bloodline no longer hold any meaning. The only thing that matters now is your strength. Strength alone is a warrior's pride. Remember that every time you fight. Now head to the battlefield! One step to gaining strength is finding something to protect. That alone has the power to change your entire approach to combat. In the past, I have rejected such notions. Now I find such sentimentalities not so bad. Trunks, my son, is growing up big and strong. And Bulma, she's a fine wife. Well, aside of her temper... What am I blathering about? I might as well be reclining in one of those lazy chairs. Forget everything I just said. Goodbye! Listen up, I'll give you some pointers. You rely too much on your sight. Don't see the enemy. Feel the enemy. Feel the enemy's presence and the minute changes in the air all around you. Don't see, feel. Or if you prefer the short version, get accustomed to fighting. Do that, and you'll get stronger. Piccolo's one-step program. You're getting better. At first, your stance was shakier than a stack of twigs. Martial arts requires that you learn the basics, yes, but experience decides the rest. The reason you're not fighting at your full potential is because you're still green. But don't worry. Experience requires time. You'll get there. There are no shortcuts when it comes to getting stronger. When you started to control my body, what was the first thing that crossed your mind? The clothes, right? They're weighted to the max for training purposes. Once you get used to them, you'll never want to go without this kind of cape and turban, trust me. After we've saved the world, I'll send you a matching pair. Sound good? You're surprisingly calm, given the situation at hand. Most people would panic or go the pessimistic route. But you accepted the situation right away. Now you're fighting. That takes guts. You go with the flow. It's the source of your strength. Goku's like that too. Though once you get to his level, that's beyond the realm of ordinary understanding. Anyway, adapting, that's your power. Be proud. Wow, this really takes me back. Teaching you, I mean. Let's just say I was never known as the helping type, let alone an instructor of martial arts. But a lot has happened since then, and I've changed. Changed a lot. But that's a story for another day. There's no time to stroll down memory lane, not when the planet's in danger. You continue to grow stronger and stronger. A born fighter if I ever saw one. After you return to your own body, come find me. If you want to continue your training, that is. Work at it, you might just steal Krillin's title as the strongest human. He'll hate that. Oh, and while we're on the subject, if Goku asks you to train, I suggest you turn him down. His workout regimen is, not exactly for people from this planet. Telling you, you move like a true warrior. returning to your own body, it's not gonna change that. Obviously, my body is different from a human's, but even without the advantage, you'll do fine. And hey, you even inspired Gohan. He's off training on his own right now. Knowing that, kid, if you let up on your training, he'll overtake you in no time. Want to stay on top? Then don't stop working hard.
Sharing my body with a weakling like you is a waste of time and beyond debasing. Me, the great Frieza? How disgusting! But perhaps choice is not a luxury here. I must change my approach to the matter. Listen, you. I have no idea who you are. Frankly, I don't care, but know this. If even you let my body sustain so much as a single solitary scratch, I will reduce you to space dust. Without my body, victory would be a feat far beyond your feeble human capacities. I am a natural-born genius, you see. One to which none in space can come close in comparison. Listen up. Those who do not yet know my greatness will soon correct that fault by witnessing you do battle. Therefore, you must do much more than simply achieve victory in this battle. After all, I lead the grandest military in the universe. Victory must be flawless! Disappoint me, and you will forever regret it. Use a cerebral approach to fighting. You will find your successes will greatly increase. Your attacks are full of unnecessary motion. I cannot move a single muscle at all. There is nothing more irksome. I couldn't care less whether you live or you die. But seeing as we are currently sharing the same body, strategy is in order. Otherwise, you'll be the end of the both of us at this rate. I mean it! You must try much harder. You really do not want to disappoint me. To be honest, I do have my share of complaints. No worry, because now is the time for positivity. For example, my grand return to the land of the living is a subject for much jubilation. Once this android matter is over, I'll exterminate the Saiyans and completely rebuild my army. Then once again, I'll be able to search for the Dragon Balls. Immortality is mine at last, as it should be! It is utterly marvelous! To think the great Frieza would have to resort to training again, while also having to deal with a novice at the helm. Maddening. This slow, plowing rate of progress leaves much to my desired expectations. But I suppose we can't all be natural-born geniuses. Raising one's power level to exponential heights in a short time span is no normal, ordinary feat. But as the old saying goes, haste makes waste. I'll wait for your sluggish human skills to catch up. Remember, no matter what happens, you have no choice but to deliver ample results. I'm expecting great things of you. Once this episode is behind me, I will reform my army and resume my reign over the entire cosmos. I will need capable lieutenants, not the blunderers that have failed me in the past. Zarbon and Dodoria come to mind. Those nitwits were beyond the point of insufferable. Cell is a more than capable fighter. He would actually be a valuable and welcomed addition. Were there a possible means to control him, his betrayal would be almost an inevitable certainty. On the contrary, loyalty is a prerequisite to serving me, along with adequate strength and the ability to adapt to any and all scenarios. Well, there is one person I have in mind that might work. I must admit, I had many doubts in the very beginning, but you have exceeded and surpassed all expectations. I find your approach to combat quite satisfactory. But the thing I like more than your combat abilities, you know your place in the order of things. Those barbaric Saiyans could really stand to learn more than a thing or two from you. Keep it up, for me and everyone else that is depending on you. Perhaps I'll reward you down the road if you don't push it.
Look at you. Someone's calm, considering the situation. I mean, most people would yell, panic, or freak out. you've been able to keep your head through all of this. You're either really gutsy or easygoing. Not sure which, though. I guess causing a commotion doesn't help. Keeping a cool head does make sense during a fight. Anyways, now that we're in this together, we better see it through. No slacking. Nice. It looks like you can hold your own now during these fights. But, if I can make a suggestion, maybe try dodging a bit more? I am stronger than an ordinary human, but be careful. Even though I'm an android, I'm not immune. Getting punched and kicked is part of the game. But could you just treat my body a little nicer? If you don't handle yourself out there and ruin my body, I'll bill you for the damages. I wish I had brought something to read. I'm not used to sitting on the sidelines like this. I suppose I could give you some tactical advice. It'd make watching a little easier. If it were me out there, I would find it distracting having someone gab in my ear during the action. However, I don't feel like doing any meditation or sitting around in a lotus position. But what I could do is maybe crank out some calisthenics. Bulma taught me some good exercises the other day. Android 17 and I have a bit of a complicated past with Android 16. Back in the day, we were on this journey, just the three of us. We had some business to take care of. Along the way, we ran into Cell. He demolished 16 from the stories I heard, so seeing 16 alive and well was quite the surprise. The thing is, the guy barely talks. You can't get a read on him, but he's not bad. Not that I know of, anyway. You'll just have to take my word for it. As you know, 17's my twin brother. I haven't seen him in ages either. It's not that we don't get along, because we do. We just have our own separate lives. Krillin, he's always trying to get me to invite 17 over for dinner. But the truth is, he's not exactly the type to drop by with a bottle of wine in hand, you know? We're siblings, but we give each other space. No real reason to break with the status quo. Oh man, what is up with these man-children? Goku, 17, just give me a break. The mere mention of the word fight, and these two perk up like a dog for a bone. Hell, even Krillin. Someone says fight, and off he goes with the others. Still, I can't blame him. I don't think he really wanted to hang up his gi anytime soon. But enough about that. Just feel free to chew those boys out, especially if they stir up a ruckus. I wonder, when will this link thing fully run its course out of my body? We've been together so long, it almost feels like second nature. But I can't say that I would like to stay this way forever. I'll continue to be your partner. You've done a good job. I have grown somewhat fond of you, so go ahead and consider my help on the house.
So we need to use this link thingy to fight? I get that, but you gonna be okay? Cause, can you even, like, throw a punch? My time's valuable after all. I've got justice that needs serving. Oh, I know! Why don't you train using my body? Okay, I'll be your coach. You'll be super strong in no time. Sound like a plan? Then welcome to boot camp, newbie. You can survive a fight, I'll give you that. But you have a long way to go. You're using the best bod this side of the universe. Try to exercise some flair. Don't just win, win in style. That is the Gotenks way. Got it? What do you want to do once these pesky waves are gone? Me? I want to fight someone really strong, but on my own without any help. You know what I mean? It's fun fighting linked up with you, but one-on-one is where it's at. Alright, let's bash some bad guys so we can get back to normal. Super Saiyan 3's crazy strong! The only downside is the face. Looks more bad guy than hero. But, whatever. I'm pretty used to it by now. And as far as bad guy faces go, Piccolo takes the cake. Maybe don't tell him I said that. Piccolo's strong, but that doesn't mean he's strong enough to take the truth, you know? Oh, crap! I totally forgot there's a test coming up! What am I gonna do? I haven't studied, like at all! If I get a bad grade, I'll get chewed out! And then some. Hey, say! Are you smart? You think we can link up tomorrow and take the test together? Come on, pretty please? We're pretty tight by now. Might as well fill you in on the greatness of Gotenks. Where to start? You know, this is actually pretty hard, come to think of it. Can't tell you about my family, cause Trunks and Goten have different families. Oh, but there is one thing in common. When our moms get mad, they're scary. End of the world scary. Keep that one a secret too, would ya? Super Saiyan or not, you can't defeat them all. Every hero needs a cool finisher. We need to make ours extra awesome. I actually took the liberty of thinking one up for you. Sit back and check it out. I call it the Super Awesome Best Buddies Bomber! This is serious business. Haven't gotten to the actual move part yet, but we'll think of something. Now, you ready for a brainstorm session?
I've fought my share of battles, but I've never had someone else fight them for me. This must have put a huge dent in your schedule, huh? Well, let's try to make the best of things. I mean, you are in charge of my body, after all. Just try to keep me, not dead. Goku's some guy. I mean, he's amazing. I mean it. He's saved the planet so many times I've lost count. I guess it's finally my turn to pitch in, eh? Oh, with your help, of course. We can't be relying on Goku for everything, can we? You know, watching you get stronger and stronger reminds me of my own training days with Goku. Back then, the only thing I wanted to do was get back at the jerks who bullied me. So, I went to Master Roshi's and asked him to take me in as his disciple. After a while, I couldn't care less about the past. I was absolutely obsessed with training. Wow, it's been a while since I dug up these old memories. Thanks for taking me back. I may not look like it, but I'm actually a cop. And according to popular opinion, a pretty good one. People tell me the city's more peaceful since I joined the force. I don't know, what can I do? Sure, the guys I deal with aren't like Frieza or Cell. My baddies are more street level, so even when the world's at peace, they're still causing trouble. It wasn't easy getting the job. Might as well put some bad guys out of business, huh? Hey, if you're ever in trouble, just give me a ring. My wife, Android 18? Well, she's the best. What's she like? Honest. Sometimes to a brutal extent, but she's always there for me. You know, there's just one thing I don't get about her. Why the hell did she marry me? It stumps me to this day. She's an android, sure. Crazy strong and all, but come on, she's drop-dead gorgeous. I've asked her why, time and time again, but she just forehead flicks me or ignores me altogether. Hey, the next time you see 18, mind asking her for me? Marin's home alone. I hope she's doing okay. I told her to stay put because it's dangerous outside. She's probably fine. Over-worrying is what dads do best, I guess. Marin takes after 18, you know. A good kid. Cute dude. Why don't you drop by once all this is done? I want you to meet her. I only have a few close friends. Goku's one of them. Who'd have thought I'd make another at my age? We are friends, right? I'm not jumping the gun or anything. It just seems natural. I mean, considering all the battles that we've been through together, I'm sure the other guys are of the same mind. I'd even put money on it. Here's to a bright future together. Eh, partner?
How embarrassing. Who could have imagined a perfect being fighting with another as a crutch? And here I sit, a lowly spectator in all this. Excuse me if I don't seem to be super thrilled about it. Once I find the person responsible for this mess, I believe a heartfelt thank you is going to be in order. I guarantee they'll regret ever having made an enemy out of me. Do you happen to have any knowledge of martial arts? You've come this far, surely you must have some experience fighting. There is no doubt, my body is pure perfection, but wielding it is another matter. I'm curious, and I'm not sure if it's because of the link, or perhaps it's your own talent that has piqued my interest. Very good. I look forward to the opportunity of unraveling the secret of your strength. Whatever you do, human, I will be watching very closely. Though I know not how I will say it is an unbelievable joy that I'm alive again. Finally, Goku and his vile spawn are here. Now is the perfect time for me to exact my revenge on them both. In our last encounter, I was somewhat careless. From now on, to be sure, I will not repeat the same folly. Yes, but first I must destroy this fool behind this link fiasco. Then we can take care of what's next. You, human! You want any chance of success, you're going to have to do better and double your efforts. And make no mistakes for your own sake. Though I was never actually assigned a number, I too technically am an android. Dr. Gero was responsible for creating me, in addition to his other androids, 17 and 18. Although those two appeared to despise the Doctor, I, on the other hand, do not share their hatred. But make no mistake, that is not to say I like Gero. On the contrary, I don't care at all. Gratitude or otherwise. I'm well aware that he made me for his own purposes. However, like it or not, I have my own. I found he was weak anyway, and who could possibly respect that? And I think you'll agree with me, won't you? I would surmise that this link is most likely also one of the late Doctor's inventions. Who else would think of hijacking the bodies of all the strong fighters? It's exactly the kind of thing he'd call. Although I'm not fully convinced that this is the answer. Considering he didn't use this technology while he was alive, there can only be two possibilities. It must have either been horribly flawed, or it was simply impractical. Above all, you are still able to overcome and master it. That, in itself, is a true testament to your talents. Oh, I will be honest with you. Your cells will make a most valuable addition to my body. Actually, you don't have a stake in this fight, so why would you waste any of your time seeking strength that you don't need? The reason I seek it is to prove my perfection. All warriors are destined to fall before Cell. Of course, Goku and his wretched offspring will die. However, Frieza and that Majin Buu creature are not exempt either. Should you continue down this path, you will eventually find yourself with the inevitable task of contending with me. Though, fret not, I plan to dismantle you quite swiftly and painlessly. I'd wager, thanks to our battles, you have managed to increase your strength significantly. I would relish a match, and a chance to show you mortals true strength. I will be ready after you return to your own body. There is no denying that I fight for the title of the strongest. This is a fact. But it is the fight itself that enthralls me. I can see in you a warrior much like Goku. There's potential. Perhaps if you continue to train, you might even surpass him. The potential is there. I look forward to the day you unlock it.
So, word is you're a novice at this. Now, I wouldn't bat an eye if you died, but not while you're in my body. Okay, things being the way they are, it's my job to teach you the art of fighting. First, you must learn finesse. Strike a pose and declare your name. That alone will make you 30% stronger. Oh yes, it's a proven fact. Just remember, the pose must be absolutely sizzling. So drop jaws and turn heads, soldier! I see you've gotten better at this. Except for one fatal flaw. Do you know what that is? You don't? I'll tell you then. What you lack is a victory dance! Once the win is safely tucked under your belt, it's customary to express one's joy through dance. It will improve your coolness factor by threefold. Oh yes, it's a proven fact. Now get to practicing. I said dance, not dawdle. To think I have another chance to serve under my eternal liege, Lord Frieza. I fear even dance cannot fully express this joy. You, if you're staying here long term, you'd better learn to serve the Master. If you do well, then Lord Frieza will acknowledge your feats. It's a rare honor for a lowly Earthling to join the Galactic Emperor's ranks. You should thank this twist of fate and devote yourself to your new and noble cause. This link ability of yours, it's similar to one of my signature tricks. Indeed, it's certainly something else. If you've tried it on Lord Frieza, it's hard for me to imagine that he would just let anyone inside. But not a problem for me. I've never even entertained the thought of being inside Lord Frieza. Lord Frieza, he is the strongest in the whole universe. He alone is the only one fit to rule over all. No one can match his power, intelligence, and most of all, evil charisma. When linking with the Master, carry yourself accordingly and watch that attitude. Leave a single speck on his reputation and there will be blood. The Ginyu Force is an elite team serving under Lord Frieza, and yours truly is its captain. I'm the strongest, of course, goes without saying, but leading requires much more. What say you? Poses, soldier! Poses! Now you think of a captain like Pose 2. Posing solo is important, but as a team, now that requires art and sophistication. Don't know how? Then you've come to the right place. I'll treat you to an hour-long lecture later. The captain has to build team solidarity, so poses are indispensable. Are you following me, soldier? At first, Jace and the others weren't too keen about you linking with me, but they know you're a stand-up guy now. I can see it in their eyes. Now, all that's left is for you to come up with your own unique pose. And then you will be officially one of the gang. And, to tell the truth, we've been putting together a welcome party behind the scenes. And guess what? There'll be chocolate parfaits. Awesome, right? Uh-oh. Birder'll kill me for blowing the secret. Pretend you didn't hear this, would you? You're strong. Far stronger than I ever expected. And, from what I can tell, you'll keep getting stronger. What a find. And on this backwater planet, no less. Maybe this is fate. What do you say? When this is all over, why not join the Ginyu Force? Ah, gee. Would you listen to me? I mean, what a stupid question. No one in their right mind turns down an offer to join the Ginyu Force. Now that you're one of the team, I guess we're going to need to come up with a six-man pose. That's for sure. Ha 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 ha!
Boofy, you okay? Not a daddy! I know we played Bad Satan Hand! Then Mr. Satan happy! And Mr. Satan happy, Boo happy! You bash face is good! Boo give you candy! One-time offer, okay? You don't get all candy! You only get half candy! You get half of half of half! Yeah! So you're mind in Boo's body, but Boo's mind also in Boo's body? Boo's body belongs to Boo! Wait, are you Boo? Boo's so confused! All this thinking made Boo want to go on lunch break! What Boo hanging for? Pudding! Pudding for lunch! Boo genius! What do you like? Boo like Mr. Satan, Dot, and dessert! Anybody pick on Mr. Satan or take Boo's dessert? Boo bash hands in! We fighting bad guys, so Boo show no mercy! You think smashing baddies will make Mr. Satan happy? Mr. Satan happy? Boo happy too! Now Boo thinks friends smashing bad guys too! Bad guys everywhere? We strong! We still win! Easy peasy! Of course, Boo's strongest of all! All this fighting made Boo hungry! Maybe it's time for a snack break! Boo know what sounds nice? Cookies! Boo's such a cultured gourmet! Boo's so stumped and puzzled, tired and limp! Boo wrestling with hardest problem of all! Know what? Boo don't know what food he like most! Cookies? Chocolate? Lollipops? Too many. Can't choose. Life choice is so hard, so hard. Boo no! Boo just eat everything! Boo's so smart. So bored. Ah! That was good sleep! How long Boo out? 5 seconds? If you're tired, feel free to take a nap! Eat lots! Nap lots! Help recharge energy! Boo like post-nap snack best! And most important snack of day! Boo wasting away! Boo no eat today! Boo's emergency muffin was right here! Okay, Boo decided once and for all! Boo gives final cookie to you! Reward for good job! It really meant for Boo, but you fight all day! Must be hungry! Boo usually not this generous with food! It's one of Boo's favorites! How about Boo give you half?
Well, this just plain sucks. Why me of all people? No one ever gives Nappa a freaking break. Hey, just because you're at the wheel doesn't mean you get an all-access pass to goof off. Got it? Listen, what I say goes. Understand me?
Here's the deal. Stay out of my way, and I might give some loot to you later. What is this nappy-pabbiness? You gotta fight tough, do you hear me? Not like we're up against a bunch of puppy dogs. Kill them dead for crying out loud. Or they'll kill you. Remember, you're still new to this. Don't give them a single opening. Normally I wouldn't care if you bit the dust. But you're using my body, so focus! Lose to some scrawny punk, and I'll make sure you pay with your life! I might prefer being dead over being alive and unable to move, but you are getting better. First, the thought of linking with you made me want to hurl. Now you're up to speed, and in a small amount of time, too. You got stones, kid. Sink or swim. We're in the same boat. So keep it up until we fix this whole mess. Sheesh, everyone's a Saiyan nowadays. What have I been missing? And they're all Super Saiyans, too. Some legend. Gah. Now I'm the weakest one. Me, a mid-level warrior. Well, screw that. Everyone can go super. I say it's not super at all. Well, I bet I can do it too. Just gotta train. You're with me on this, aren't you? Right? Oh, and Vegeta! Don't even get me started on Vegeta! He was all like, everyone on Earth will die. And now he's living here in a cozy mansion? What's he gonna do next, wear pink? Prince of the Saiyans, please! Give me a break, I hate that guy! And I think it's high time he dropped the Royal Act. Planet Vegeta's long gone anyway. Yeah, I'll break his tiny body in two. With me? Kakarot was a lost cause from the start. But Vegeta and his kid aren't Saiyan-like in the least. We're a proud warrior people. We start and fight our own battles. But these guys, they don't put their lives on the line unless someone's trying to kill them first. Looks like Vegeta's a completely different person now. What the hell happened to that guy? I know! It's this planet, isn't it? Staying here makes you go soft! Come to think of it, every single Earthling I've seen looks like a floppy weakling. I'll die before that happens to me! Well, technically I already died, but you get my drift! I had my doubts about this Link thing at first. You being an Earth person and all. You are good in a scrap. Ooh, if only you were a Saiyan! Hey, what say we take over this place? Once that crazy robot lady's kaput. A few good rounds of whack-a-mole with the Earthlings, and there'll be history. We'll set up base here, then take over the surrounding planets. It's the dawn of the age of Nappa. No need for applause. Now that's settled, let's exterminate those pesky enemies and move on.
This Link thing is gonna take some time getting used to. It feels off, you know? Like having someone else inside your head and stuff. Never expected this. First Goku and Vegeta get the call, now it seems they want me. But hey, I was one badass dude in my fighting days. Just give me a chance, you'll see. By the way, there's not much to worry about. Goku and the gang will clean things up, no problem. Well, you know, you're not half bad. You'll have to take my word for it, but I'm a pretty capable guy myself. Hey, whoa, that was cool. So you're inside my body kicking major butt. By extension, that means I've still got it. Woo, I feel alive again. Thanks, friend. Man, Goku and Krillin are leaps and bounds ahead of me now. But in the old days, we were right about the same level. Seriously though, what's with these guys? They're strong and they somehow got hitched? I'm not asking for pity, okay? Believe it or not, I'm actually pretty satisfied with my life. Seriously. You were gonna find this out sooner or later, so might as well tell you. When I was a strapping young lad, guess who I was going out with? Bulma, that's right. Yeah, a lot happened, and we went our separate ways. But I still know her pretty well, you know. For example, if she gets, like, super ticked off at you for some reason, just do this. You ready? Apologize. Apologize till the cows come home. You did it. You're wrong. That's the only way. She looks stubborn, but her fuse burns out fast. Usually she's back to normal in an hour. Great job, yo! I really mean it! You cleaned house, and with my body, no less. Wish I could have thrown a few punches on my own. At this rate, this kid will be stronger than me. Hello, last place again. Whoa. There's no need to be negative here. Oh, Yamcha always finds a way. Okay, I'm aware of what I said earlier, but just hear me out on this. The Yamcha will not be a bachelor forever! When I said I was satisfied with the status quo, that was just my tough guy act. Inside, I'm actually kind of sensitive. I want a partner to share my life with, someone super hot. Anyway, that's how it is. And I'll be damned if I'm gonna die alone! The world was all roses when I was going out with Bulma. Who knew it would come to this? I feel a midlife crisis coming on. I'm totally getting used to this Link thing now. How you doing? With you at the wheel, fighting for me and stuff, I feel like I'm kind of like I was in my prime. Calm down, Yamcha. Get cocky and the branch of fate will snap back and hit you in the face. It's happened in the past. I think I'm all that, and then I get manhandled or die. Life must be trying to teach me a lesson. Yeah, about humility. Anyway, thanks to you, I've been able to help the gang out. No one can deny that. Thanks, buddy.
I've got to admit, it's an odd feeling, sharing bodies with someone else. Wait a sec. Are we actually having this conversation inside my head? You can hear my thoughts? Then that means you know what I'm thinking without me saying it? Yeesh. Contrary to popular belief, I'm not thinking about Fidel and Pan 24/7. Okay? Don't get me wrong. I'm super happy with my family. Heck, I think about them pretty much all the time. Wait, crap, just contradicted myself. Can we keep this our little secret? Say, you think there are more people out there with the ability to link into other people's bodies? Or are you, like, special? Are you the only one that can do this? Come to think of it, it might be better that way. More than one person being able to link into other bodies could be bad. If everyone was linking when they wanted, the world would be thrown into panic. If there's even a chance of that happening, we need a strategy to prevent it. To tell you the truth, I'm not really such a huge fan of fighting. According to Vegeta, that way of thinking is not very Saiyan-like at all. But honestly, resolving an issue without fighting, that's the best fix in my book. Though, the one we're up against now doesn't seem to be very open to compromise. Jeez, what am I saying? Right now, the Earth needs a fighter, not a talker. Don't worry, I'm up to the challenge. You just keep doing what you're doing. Deal? That's Piccolo. He's my instructor. In fact, he was the first one to teach me all about martial arts. His methods can be a bit severe, but I know he's got my best interest in mind. Deep down, Piccolo's very kind. He's always looking out for me. Oh yeah, I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell him I said any of this. The guy's shy. If he knew I was telling you this kind of stuff, he'd clam up for days on end. I know we're fighting for our lives and everything, but I'm not really a martial artist. Once this battle is all over, I'm going to have to get back to my normal routine again. I'm studying very hard to become a respectable academic scholar so I can support my family and not have to fight. Even Dad slowed down on fighting. He farms to support Mom and my little brother. And, well, I can't be relying on the generosity of Fidel's family forever, you know? Anyway, train hard, work hard. Let's do this. I get the feeling I can trust you. So I'll come clean. Ready? It's a doozy. The truth is, I'm the Great Saiyan Man. I went to high school in the big city. Bank robbers and such. Next thing I knew, I was a superhero. I have this cool suit and a helmet too. It gets me so psyched. Not sure why. It's not like I always wanted to be a hero. But this switch inside me gets flipped. I can't help but, you know, help people. Hey, if you want to be a hero yourself, feel free to use my body for some crime fighting. Though our souls be two, our body one. Kneel, Great Saiyan Man, to the rescue! How's that for an entrance? Hey, you've been fighting with us for a while, and I know it's long overdue. But thanks for being part of the team. You've been a huge help with this ordeal. I'm truly grateful. Honestly, I've been meaning to pull you aside and tell you. I just couldn't find the right moment. I know. The fight's not over yet. In fact, it's only just begun. But I'm really glad you're fighting on our side. It gives us the hope that we need, you know? So, let's see this thing through. Together.
I understand the link in theory, but in action, it feels so strange. I'm thankful to be able to fight, sure, but letting someone else do the work isn't exactly ideal. But I suppose that's my problem. Anyway, keep the help coming, and thanks. To continuously train and strive higher, that is the path of the martial artist, even if one cannot move a finger. One mustn't forsake his daily discipline. Since it's just you and me, I might as well practice some meditation. Once this is all done and over with, I need to get stronger, like you. Believe it or not, it's more mental strength than physical that decides the fight. Even if your opponent is twice your size or more, one must stay focused and serene. From the looks of it, you need more work in that area. Build a heart of steel. I'll help you. I must say, teaching you has taught me a few things too. For one thing, teaching's a lot harder than I thought. But now that I know, I can improve. Maybe the takeaway is that training's important, but passing knowledge on is essential as well. It seems I owe you a debt of gratitude for teaching me this valuable lesson. Chaozu's special. He's like my little brother and my disciple. I've fought countless battles with Goku and the others, but I'm definitely closest with Chaozu. Still, as far as being literally linked to someone goes, you're the first. I guess that makes us pretty close too. It's even deeper than Chaozu's bond. Life is weird, isn't it? They say a fighter's personality shows in one's fists. You're no exception. You've made your opponents look inward and changed their lives for the better. Not bad. Of course, that doesn't apply to everyone. But it's a remarkable gift, much like Goku's. He did the same for me long ago. I ended up betraying my master because of that. But I wouldn't change a thing. Walk your own path with confidence. You'll do just fine. I've been meaning to ask. How's the life of a martial artist treating you? You've got potential, and you're a hard worker to boot. If you find a master and devote yourself to training, I guarantee you'll go far. Once you've gotten strong enough, drop by and we'll go a few rounds. Maybe Goku's personality is finally starting to rub off on me, but I must say, watching you fight gives me goosebumps. If you need, I can ask Master Roshi to take you in. Give it some thought. It might be worth your time.
Thanks for taking me up on my offer. I know it was sudden, but it's my fault that she was brought into this world. And that's why I feel I must settle this matter myself. I'm sorry to have gotten you caught up in all of this, but if we work together, I believe that we can save the world. Honestly, I look forward to fighting with you.
I really appreciate this. To tell the truth, I'm not a very experienced fighter. I will be relying on you for that. At first, I was worried, but not anymore, thanks to you. But linking with Android 18 and fighting with her has made you strong. I'm impressed. I hope you don't mind me taking notes while you fight. I could use all the help I can get. I said I'd beat the other 21, and to do that, I need to pull my own weight. I may look like an adult, but technically I'm not even 10 years old. As you may have noticed, I was built in the image of a human woman, and I was also given a proportionate IQ, so mentally speaking, I am an adult. But I still find it odd when small children refer to me as ma'am. It can't be helped, considering my exterior. I just feel I missed out on adolescence. There I go again, rambling. You must think I complain a lot for an android. I'm impressed Bulma was able to construct a machine that neutralizes the waves in such a short time. I'll give her credit. She's a very gifted scientist. Her explanations are always geared towards the layman, so I feel her true talent isn't understood. Analyzing the waves without the wave machine's schematics is a feat in itself. Given enough time, Bulma might be able to completely disable them. As a researcher, I hope to learn much from her. Bulma was generous enough to let me try a new food earlier, string cheese. Its tastiness left me flabbergasted. It was amazing. The supple yet firm texture, the subdued saltiness, and the stringiness. It was so good before I knew it I'd scarfed down about 100 or so. Bulma wasn't happy. I should give her something. How about breathe? That's good, right? Once this is all over, I'd like to get back into serious research. My first project would be to control my hunger and eliminate any chance of going berserk. After that, I think I'll look into applying my cellular technology to the medical field. A lot of people could benefit from my ability to heal, don't you think? Wow, all this talk of the future has made me feel better about the fight ahead. And my dream is definitely worth fighting for. Let's do this! I thought I understood you, but you've surpassed our link ratio beyond all expectations. You're a very special human soul. I'm so very fortunate to have met you. After all, it's your hard work that has gotten us this far. Watching you has filled me with hope. I'm happy to be a part of that. I know we can't let our guard down yet. This fight is far from over. But still, I feel I must tell you, thank you so very, very much.